How come everything has got to be so hard? How come every dream seems to be so far? How come every day has got to be so hard? How come everything has got to be so hard? That's just life. That's just life. That's just life. How come everything has got to be so hard? How come every dream seems to be so far? How come every thoughts inside my brain have given way to thoughts insane.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Whew. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, thank you.
Into the deepest jungles went Pressman toy makers looking for something new. The secret they brought back for you is incredible. The Pressman Witch Doctor Head Shrinkers Kit. Plastic flesh, mixing cauldron, and petrifying potion. Just pour it into the mold, and in minutes you can add monster hair. Paint it with a coloring kit included, or make up your own decorations. In 24 hours, the heads shrink down. Now, shrunken heads for all occasions. Collect them, swap them, give them to your Witch Doctor friends. You can always cook up more with Pressman's Witch Doctor Head Shrinkers Kit.
So, a creature for my amusement. Prepare for battle.
Well, it's nighttime, don't you know? There's a place you need to go. Grab your gal and grab your bow, 'cause it's time for the secret show. If you're feeling sad and low, and you're running out of dough, make it quick, don't take it slow, and head for the secret show. It's time for the secret show.
Greetings. OCD. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm telling you, man, if that camera's off, curtains. I used to run studio camera for local TV down south. And so anytime I'm behind a camera, I'm always just like, but now I'm in front of a camera, and I still get paranoid about the camera shots. So, anywho, good to see everybody here. It's the secret show. I'm that guy, who does this shit. We got a lot of shit for you tonight. First off, just want to shout out Willie Bragg. Appreciate you. He says the U.S. government is allowed to give me $5 million to give up my citizenship. Move this closer. I'll be glad to move to Portugal. All right. Thanks for the 10 spot, Willie. Appreciate you. You're a good man. And we'll see you at the meetings. Wait a minute, I gotta get him over here. Hey, where you? There we go. Shout out everybody. We got Ghost Start over on Rumble. Good to see you. Let me see if there's anybody over. Facebook kind of pissed out on me yesterday, but now it seems to be working. So if you're on Facebook, sorry about yesterday. Everything's good now. Let's go over here to what the hell is this called? YouTube? Holy shit. Forgot what YouTube was called. Anyway, Nahilo, good to see you, brother. I loved your show. He does a show with Abby Do. Oh God, do me a favor, Nahilo, put your link in the chat for everybody for your show. I forgot the name of your fucking show. I'm so sorry. And I just watched it. What was it, like yesterday, day before yesterday? Good stuff. One of those Canadians up there. So good to see you, Nahilo. Good job on your show yesterday. We always like for our peeps in this space who are don't have that many followers, and no justice, just us, or just ice, as it is tonight. Steve G can't spell skunk without unk. That's right. You can't spell smell without L. Two of them. Max RJ, good to see you, buddy. Peace Doves here. Rick's in the house. Tejas, good to see you, brother, man. We got Chuck's Intergalactic UFO Show Intergalactic, another dimension. Charlie S., what's up, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. Do you need matches today, my friend? You need straw? No, I didn't even buy a drink. My friend. Captain Peon's in the house. Can't wait to hear what's new with Vanilla Ice. I know, right? I wish they were Vanilla Ice. Unfortunately, they are not. As we said, the legend, Willie Bragg in the house. Good to see you. Miss Lainey Peterson, good to see you, dear. Hope you're doing well. Got CBC voter. Hello, my friend. And Miguel, of course, at the top there. I'm sure we'll have some more come in, maybe. Who knows? It may happen sooner or later. Sooner or later. Hey, listen, we got a chock full show, and it's from top to bottom. You know, we always start things off with some music for you at the top, but at the end of the show, stay for the post credits. Got a little something extra for you. I can't wait to show you. But you got to stay to the very end. So we'll see how many diehards are out there. And if you're new and you accidentally stumbled upon this show thinking it was some sort of right-wing conspiracy show, you're absolutely right. Because this chicken has got a right wing and a left wing. It's a chicken. He's got wings. Please like and share and subscribe so I have to tell bad jokes like that again. I mean, I'm still going to tell bad jokes, just not bad jokes like that. All righty. And let's look at the poll. We were talking, Willie was talking about going to Portugal. I figured that's where he'd want to go. We're a little split right now. We got 12 votes. Half you said, hell yeah, give me $5 million to sell your citizenship. And the other half of you said, nah, fam, I can deal with it. I'm going to change this place. I'm like, this is how I'm going to change the place. Come on, asteroids. Come on, asteroids. Come here, asteroids. I don't know if you whistle, that would cause asteroids to come down. That would be cool if it happened. Actually, it wouldn't be cool. They'd be like, that asshole on YouTube brought upon the end of the world by whistling to Skyrocks. Because that's what I do best. Anywho, I know, right? Bump, bum, 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 my t-shirt said, very nice, how much? I still like the t-shirt. I don't like Borat. I don't like that guy because he's a fucking Zionist piece of shit. But I do like the shirt. And the movie was funny. I'd probably never laughed that hard in a movie before. In the movie theater. It was pretty funny. Borat. Especially when he's fucking with the Southern guys. That's always my favorite. Folks, we got chickens. You like chickens? This is RoboCoop.live. What are they called? I keep forgetting what they're called. Little Red House or something like that. Just look for RoboCoop.live on YouTube and check them out. They're a really small channel, about 150 subs. So if you give them a sub, I'm sure they appreciate it. And they got all kinds of weird shit. It looks like they got chicken game shows going on here. There are many new features coming soon, including a way for you to feed the chickens and give them a treat. Yeah. So Chicken City went tits up on us for some reason. We found out that it wasn't a good idea to show a black screen with just a little bitty computer monitor on in the background. So we want to show you some actual chickens. We should probably name these chickens at some point, but we're not going to do it tonight. We'll do it another time. Yeah. So chickens for you and me tonight. How's everybody doing, man? If you could sell your citizenship, where would you go? Right? I don't know. I didn't even think about that. I wouldn't go to Canada or Mexico, I don't think. And if I went to Mexico, I'd probably go to, like, I don't know, the furthest away from the United States part of Mexico, right? Maybe join one of the gangs down there. I hear that's how you do it. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't be good in a gang. I wouldn't be good in prison. I would, you know, I would probably just get in the cell and just pull my pants down, spread my cheeks, and say, you know what, you know, I like dancing and seafood. You know, tell them a little bit about yourself, you know, before you get jail buggered. Anywho, we got games. Canada is a spiderweb fly away. That's right. I almost went to Canada back in the 90s, Nihilo. But I got we were in Duluth, Minnesota, heading up to the border. Got about 50 miles away from Canada. I was like, finally, I'd never been out of the country. Never been to Mexico. Never been to Canada. It's finally, this will be my first chance to get out of the country. And we just, in the distance, it was so flat. In the distance, you could just see this wall of white. And that was a blizzard. And so my buddy, who is from Minnesota and is very wise, said, we're going to turn around. Sorry, no Canada today. And I never got a chance to go back. So, and now you need a passport to get to Canada. I'm like, no offense to Canada, but fuck that shit. What's up, Miguel? Good to see you, bud. So I've been trying to implement some more games and stuff like that into this show. Cause you know, we got stoners at night, and then we got people who just like to drink, or maybe just people just like to stay up late and watch some weird shit. So we're going to start things. Well, first off, I want to tell you the old witch doctor commercial there at the beginning. That's the old witch doctor's head shrinker kit. It's an actual TV commercial that aired God knows where it was. It was... But, you know, if you want to buy some shrunken heads and paint them up, I think it's called Crow's Video Channel on YouTube. I think that's what it is. So, anyway, trying to get some more goofy commercials in here for you. No poutine for you. What? No, thank you. Love poutine, man. Poutine's great. What is it, like French fries and gravy and cheese? Hell yeah. You like watching Indian media instead of what the algorithm wants? Exactly. Unless it's something bizarre. Sometimes if it's just like really bizarre, I'm a sucker for that bizarre shit, the clickbaity stuff when it's like, especially if it's like, you know, UFOs and ghosts and shit like that. I'm all up in that. All right, so this video up here right now, we're about to do crazy word puzzles. This is from the EZZ show, EZZ show, and these ladies are pretty smart. So we're gonna let them do the first two, and then we'll let you try to figure out the last one. And if the last one's pretty hard, so if you know what the last one is, in the comments, let us know. Let's check this out.
What's this puzzle saying?
Dot your I's, cross your T's.
Dot your I's, cross your T's.
See?
Okay, let's go on to
See, you got the dots on the I's and the T's. Okay.
the next one. What's this puzzle saying?
Short to the point.
Holy.
Short
all right.
to these.
Short and to the point.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm impressed. We're going to do one more. You guys want a hard one?
Sure, let's try
Yeah?
it.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh, okay.
What's this puzzle saying?
Okay, so it's going to take them a while to figure this one out. So if you know what this is, yeah, I know that chick was brilliant, man. But this one's hard. I think she figures it out. But if you figure it out, put it in the comments. Yeah, I love those shades.
Okay, good. I got you thinking.
Nobody? Bueller?
It's a big Ive in between two knees.
Okay. Not too
Kiwi
bad.
corner.
Not too bad.
What's up,
What
Kiwi?
you said a big Ive.
Yeah.
What else could that be other than Ive?
IV.
Okay, so you said IV.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Now, it's not a medical IV. What else could IV be?
I can't remember if IV is 4.
Interesting.
Oh, the Roman numeral.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Cooper, out of nowhere. I for an I.
And you think it
That's a
might be
good one.
4?
Juneteenth.
You might be onto something.
That's not what?
Um,
Who
Is it for?
else?
Is it for something? It's for.
There is, okay, I'll tell you this much. 4, in one way or another, is in the answer.
Okay. Oh my God! An eye for an eye.
Oh, man.
Oh.
There you go. Good job, Cooper. Cooper's our big winner. Two bunnies got it too. What's up, two bunnies? Good to see you. Are you one of our regulars or incognito? Or are you new? If you're new, enjoy. We got some funsies. Hang out. Good people's here. Yeah, see, so you got N-I, the number, the Roman numeral 4, and then N-I. N-I, 4, N-I. Pretty cool, huh?
Nice.
Wow. Yeah, an I for an I.
Oh my God!
That was
so
amazing.
Good.
That's so
Gosh.
good.
That was awesome.
Yeah, really good. There
Thank
you go.
you so much.
Money well earned, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
see,
appreciate
they
you
got
taking the
paid.
time.
You
That was
guys don't
great.
get paid, unfortunately. Not by me. I would. I can pay you in kisses, but you have to come collect because I don't deliver. I'm a good kisser, too. What else we got, huh? What happened? So congrats. Hey, Dingo. Good to see you, bud. Yeah, so I love stuff like that. We're gonna do more of that stuff, too, in the future when we have flying cars. So maybe. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen in the future? Man, we had all this rain. Chicago got a lot of rain over the last few days. Our neck of the woods was fine. I think we're kind of up on a hillish a little bit. It's a little, not like a big hill, but it's enough where it doesn't flood or anything. But it was, and it's not a low-lying area, but there are the drainage is something to be desired. But yeah, so Chicago got a lot of weather, and then of course New Mexico and Texas and North Carolina. It's just these floods, and when you're like, when it's dry weather, right? Whenever it's dry, trees are often seen as just like these solid, just stoic, parts of our, like the family or the community or whatever it is, right? But when you have storms that, soak the ground like that, trees will fall over like a drunk guy at a party, right? So I don't know. This is kind of, I guess, I don't know. If nobody gets hurt, I guess it's not morbid, but it's kind of morbid for, to think of trees falling over as ASMR. But it kind of is for me. So this is from Abigail Amelia. And this is just falling trees. And you don't really see it every day, but it's wild. So let's check it out.
Oh no!
Shit, look how big that tree is, too. Just snapped.
Oh! Feel the flake! There goes. Oh my god.
Goes.
Oh god.
Timber. And flipped up that driveway like it was nothing. Watch this car. Watch this car. Oh shit! This car drove into it. Oh god. Can you imagine driving down the street? Man, okay, I gotta go get my old lady some milk at the store. Oh god, tree! You motherfucker! Yeah, anyway. Oh no, poor suburbia. Oh shit, man. That's some big ass trees, too.
Oh my god, it's going! Oh no! No!
Must have been his car. Look at this. This is just gonna go snap.
There it goes.
Now, this one didn't hit the house, I don't think. This guy's funny. I'm gonna go out to I think I'm gonna go back. Thank you.
Get off the porch! Get off the porch!
Timber. You ever seen a tree fall down like that? Like, I don't know. I've never seen. I mean, I've been in a few hurricanes. But I've never actually seen it like actually happen, like trees falling down. Like during hurricanes, like really bad ones, you would go out and there's like trees down all over the place. Somebody please think of the property damage. Fuck your car. What's up, Bella? Good to see you. Yeah. We I don't know. It's just, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody. I mean, yeah, it sucks that it hurts property, but when you have that's the thing, you have to worry about shit like that, Big ass tree. Look, if you got like a smaller tree or something like that, obviously you don't really have to worry about it too much. But big ass trees, those are the ones I'm like, I want nothing to do with that. Oh, wait a minute. Did you, Steve G said branching out. So silly. We got, I haven't had this guy on in a while, but, Matty McTech. I love his little shorts, cause he always just gives out these little websites, right? And, he's got one now that's he found this one. I think you can make a comic book out of yourself. This is Matty McTech. So let's check him out.
Website Secure Boredom, part 86. Did you know if you search for this on Google?
It would be AI Comic Factory Hugging Face on YouTube.
And click on the first link and type in a story prompt you want to see. I'm going to do a tech influencer named Maddie realizes he's a robot. You can then describe your character. And from here, you want to pick a comic book style. I'm just going to go with American Modern. And then you can select what type of grid you want. And lastly, turn on captions. And the AI will create you a comic book using your prompt. Maddie's life turned upside down when he receives an anonymous message.
That's pretty cool, huh? If I made a comic book, it'd be like, Warren sits at a table and eats a cheese sandwich, wondering about all the poor life decisions he made. AI is evil. It is. I know, right? But Oh, I had a theory. Maybe you know how there's always somebody above somebody else when it comes to fuckery in the world. Maybe the AI has actually already taken over, and AI is controlling the people that's doing all this dumb shit around the world. That's a theory. I don't know if it's good or not. You don't care for AI? You better make nice with them. Seriously, man, they're gonna put you in the salt mines, make you work. I'm gonna be real sweet. I'm gonna be like, yes, sir, still tapping. So yeah, that was Maddie McTech. That was good stuff. Check out all these cool channels on here. They always have some fun stuff. I like this guy too. Sambuca, I think is his name. And this is more websites that everybody should know about. So we're just trying. We don't want to just entertain you. We want to inform you and cuddle you and tell you everything's going to be okay. I just saw that, Bella. AI 2027, a realistic scenario of AI. I saw that last night. It's about, what is it, like 20 minutes long or something like that? Yeah, check it out. It is hang on a second. All right. Anyway, AI 2027, it talks about how the AI models are just going to go exponential, right? As far as like progress and power. And it's going to get to the point where the AI is going to get annoyed with people and either kill us or slowly, do it like Wall-E, where we're up in the ship, and hover arounds eating Sonic all the time. So, so more credit card, more websites for you. I can't talk tonight. Probably should learn how.
Here are some websites that everybody should know about. So Capital Trades lets you track the investments that politicians make so you can mirror their trades if you want to leverage their potential insider knowledge. Fake Detail allows you to create a fake email so you can hide your personal information when signing up for something. And Google Voice gives you a second phone number to leverage for similar purposes. Date Night Movies uses AI to find common movies that you and your partner like based on your interests, and Vocal Remover uses AI to split the music from the vocals. I Love PDF is a quick and free way to convert anything to a PDF, and Stain Solutions lets you input the exact stain you got on a fabric and how to remove it. Gas Buddy quickly shows the gas prices around your area, and Wi-Fi's PC will give you the Wi-Fi password of nearby restaurants and stores so you can leverage their internet. Be careful with that though, because it's illegal. Wayback Machine lets you visit archived or deleted websites, and finally, Side Hustle Stack is a website that gives you thousands of ways to quickly make money using the internet. Pretty useful, right?
I tell you what, I use wait a minute, where is it? Let's see. Was it be over here? This one, the Vocal Remover and Isolation. It's web-based, and it's not free. I think you can only do like maybe 2 or 3 a day. Well, it is free, but you can only do like 2 or 3 a day, and then stuff. But it's cool. Like if you want to do like mashups and stuff, and you want to lift audio tracks off the music, separate the vocals from the music. It's really cool. You want to make your own karaoke, music beds, you can do that. And who doesn't want to make a karaoke music bed? Come on. You make your I don't know. You make your karaoke bed and lie in it, mister. How's everybody doing? We got, so who was it? That was Sambuca. So, I like some animal facts too. I like animals. I grew up down south with a lot of animals and stuff like that. Cats and dogs and goats and chickens and turkeys and cows and pigs and horses. It was a fun time. And, you really enjoy life when you're around animals like that, because these animals, they love you unconditional till you gotta, turn one into hamburger. Delicious. None of that fake meat for me. Anyway, so this is more animal facts, and this thing ain't real, so this is your AI nightmare off the top. But everything else is real, maybe.
Fascinating animal facts that were kept a secret from you until this very moment. Number 8. Female ducks have multiple vaginal channels, and they only open the correct one for the...
Okay, so ducks only have multiple. The ladies have multiple vagina holes, and she'll open a fake one for one of the ones she don't like, but the sweetheart comes along. She's like, she tells them the Elvish word for friend, and that shit opens like nothing.
Mates they actually choose as a way to avoid forced reproduction. Number 7. Hippos often cannibalize each other as a way to assert dominance, especially if one invades another's territory.
That's
Number
hungry
6.
hippos.
Snakes don't have the brain structures needed for learning, which is why they can never be domesticated and will always remain unpredictable.
I mean, why the hell would you want to domesticate a snake anyway? Unless you want to go to one of them deep wood churches where they got strychnine.
Number 5. Dominant female meerkats often unalive the pups of their relatives, especially when multiple females give birth at the same time. Number 4. Tigers are one of the only 2 feline species in the world that actually enjoy swimming. Number 3. A sperm whale releases about 40 gallons of sperm into the ocean when mating, and only
40 gallons of sperm. Oh, skeet, 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 skeet.
around 10% of it actually reaches the female. Number 2. Otters are the only animals that regularly make time to play well into adulthood. Number 1. Camels were originally native to North America.
That's right. Did you know that? Camels are native to North America. And when's the last time you saw a camel in North America that wasn't a cigarette? Delicious. What happened? Greywalker. She opens the wrong one for the beta provider and the right one for the alpha chad, just like humans. Yes, I love out of context comments on my part. I'm sure it's in context on your end, but on my end, I have no clue. But that's nothing new. So camels must have crossed over the land bridge when the seas were really low. That's the only thing I can think of, right? And then they just said peace out. You know what? North America just sucks. We want someone place hot, you know. So we're gonna go to the Middle East, you know, and just chill out, you know. We do have an AI thing later, but it's actually pretty cool. It's like 60s. What is it? I think it's Justice League, but if it had 1960s movie stars, it's pretty cool. If you're into that sort of thing. If not, there's always masturbation. Never know what the right hand never knows what the left hand is doing, or whatever the saying is. So, what was that? That was Amaze Clips. This next one's Space Sims. I like Space Sims. They always do these what ifs, like, but they involve the Earth and shit. Like, what if the Earth was a pizza? Or what if the Earth was, you know, Bill Cosby? I don't know. Just some, you know, some weird shit like that. So, this one is, this is a good one. This is, what if the Earth orbited a black hole star? Not a black hole star, which is very fascinating. So let's check this out.
Make Earth orbit a black hole star. All right. Black hole star, also known as a quasi-star, is a type of star that used to exist in the early days of our universe. Instead of nuclear fusion, these stars were powered by a black hole at its core. These stars were also huge, having a mass of over 1 million suns. This is what our sun looks like next to the largest star, and this is what that star looks next to a black hole star. To be in its habitable zone, Earth would have to orbit at a distance of over 3.5 light years.
Jesus.
At this distance, one orbit around the star lasts close to 100,000 years. This would lead to incredibly long seasons, and temperatures would also swing wildly in...
See, this is some Game of Thrones shit. That's the thing. It's like, they, you know, on Game of Thrones, it's like, well, how... Like, they'll say, like, winter is coming, and winter is supposed to last, like, I don't know, like 1,000 years or some shit. It must be the planet is orbiting like a black hole star. Black hole star, won't you come, wash away the rain.
Between them. In winters, temperatures at the pole would get as low as negative 250 degrees Celsius, and ice would build up all the way to the Sahara Desert. But that's not the problem. Quasi-stars only have lifespans of a few million years, so it may not even have time for life to evolve near such a star.
Yeah. And I don't know about I mean, can you get photosynthesis off? I guess you can. It's light. Light is light, I guess. So, did I show that? Maybe I did. You know, I do smoke weed, Miguel. So my memory is... Did I show this last week? If I did, I apologize. It's probably because I was pretty baked last week and I forgot that I showed it. It's all right. Probably half the people like not even watching this anyway. We're cool. We are experiencing a supernova. We are experiencing supernova right now. Old Man Barker, what's up, dude? Hey, buddies. Yeah, I don't know. There's so much weird shit in our universe, and we may not only this may not even be one universe. Miguel with the stoner projection. I know, right? He's like, "Hey, man, did you play that before?" No, that's what. Miguel don't smoke weed. Do you smoke weed, Miguel? No, yeah. Well, I don't want to out you. If you don't, or if you do, and you just don't want to tell nobody. The next one, this one's kind of a little bit different than what we used to. You forgot. Fucking stoners. God damn it. You're smoking your reefers and your doobies. Yeah, I found out Nahilo's name was Mikhail. I'm like, oh, Mikhail, cool. Like knowing the origin stories. So next one, like this, if you're a gearhead, or even just a fan of cars, or even just a fan of headlights on cars, this next video is for you. Car parts are expensive. Very expensive. And car parts have kind of always been pricey, but it seems like these days it's like you get a car part, you could probably buy a used car with the money you spent on the part. This one is from NKY Auto on YouTube. Right. So he's talking about the headlight history, which generation shines the brightest. And he's going to talk about these headlights, but he's going to talk about how much they cost too. And you wouldn't think headlights would be interesting, but this is pretty fucking interesting. So check it out.
Is this progress or just plain stupidity? In 1983, under pressure from the U.S. manufacturers, the federal government finally stopped requiring our sealed beam headlights that had been in place since 1940. Completely stagnating headlight technology. This bulb we just got out of 1983 Mazda RX-7 cost us $12 to replace the bulb. By the end of the 1980s, almost everybody had switched over to composite headlight assemblies, which offered a couple advantages, mostly in styling. You were now able to shape your headlight to form the car and could put your marker lights in it. And it was also pretty easy to replace your bulbs. The headlight goes bad, there's a cover on the back that you can take out that allows you to access the bulb. You get one of these bulbs for about $15 at any auto parts store. Then go ahead another 20 years and the big rave was getting into these xenon lights, which had some advantages. Xenons. They operate at a higher lumen. Instead of having a more of a yellow look down around the 2000 K range, the xenons operate more around 5,000 and 6,000 K. So it gives you a whiter light and a brighter light. The downside to them, they've got a lot of parts. You've got a xenon bulb that is now $100 anytime you need to replace it, and you've got an igniter and a control module that can range anywhere from $100 to $300 depending on the manufacturer.
$100 to $400 there for a
Then
light.
up another 20 years, the latest crave right now is LED headlights, which we're starting to see more and more of, but they have a big downside. Check out this light out of an Infinity. You'll notice it is a completely sealed unit. So when this light went bad, it cost $1,495 to replace the headlight. You ask me, that's not progress. That's just plain stupidity. Who wants to spend $1,500 every time their headlight goes out? You ask me, composite headlights with $15 bulbs. That's the way to go.
There you go. And those LEDs are fucking bright as shit too. They're like way too bright. Even on the low ends, like you put them on low, they're just like, it's like the fucking sun. That's more profit. I know. Isn't that crazy? I remember those seal beams. I'm old enough to remember like the old cars that had the seal beams. Yeah, you just I think you went in there and you unscrewed like 4 screws, and then because it was the bulb housing, and then you pull the whole thing out and then you unplug it at the back. Yeah, and those things were like, I don't know, it was like $8 something back in the day. And don't use Sylvania. Get OEM. They last 10 times as long. Are those LEDs, Bella? Or is that something else? Yeah, car parts are fucking expensive, man. That's where you got Ice-T and Vivica Fox on there. Like, you better get you some car part insurance. What's up? Yeah. Oh, thanks, Lainey. $5. She said, no wonder why cars cost so much these days. I know. Oh, no halogen. Right. Okay. Thanks, Lainey. Appreciate it. Oh, original equipment manufacturer. Okay. See, I haven't driven in like, or I haven't had a car probably in about 22 years. So, I have, and the last car I had was a 91 Honda Civic, and that thing was simple as fuck. I know, that's pretty fucking expensive, dude. And it's just headlights. You imagine, like, trying to get, like, a new motor or new transmission or something like that. You might as well just get a new car. Never had a halogen bulb. Finger oil destroys the bulb. Oh, yeah. That's wild. Yeah, everything. Even garbage food at even garbage fast food is expensive. So, if you like garbage food, you're gonna have to pay for it. Hell, even the off-brand shit at the stores are going up too, man. You say, well, grow your own food. Yes, grow your own food, but make sure you get, make sure you can do it. Don't depend on it right away to at least get your first harvest. So we have more stuff. I always like to try and pick out some, different type stuff. The Romans were pretty brilliant, especially in their engineering projects, right? You've heard of what are they called? Roman concrete, where they lost the formula for it, but it's like it lasts crazy long. Like you get like the Colosseums made out of it, those aqueducts in Italy, and they've been around for 2,000 years or so. So how did they actually make the Roman aqueducts, you may be asking? You're probably not asking that, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So this is from Learn History Simply on the YouTubes, and we're going to find out how these aqueducts actually work. I thought it was just like a big concrete ditch that went from the river to the thing, but apparently there's like some science going on with this. So, excuse me, check it out.
But how did Roman aqueducts work? Roman aqueducts were an engineering masterpiece used to transport fresh water to the cities. First, a water source had to be found higher than the destination, thanks particularly to the army. Engineers chose the best route by determining the slope required for water to be transported by gravity. Most of the aqueduct ran underground, through channels lined with hydraulic mortar and punctuated by vertical drops to relieve pressure. Along the way, the water passed through settling tanks that removed sediment and impurities. To get through the hills and mountains, the Romans used a mining technique consisting of digging a vertical shaft every 30 meters. This enabled them to work faster with a team in each shaft and to check alignment using plumb lines. To cross valleys, a bridge was built on which the aqueduct rests. But arches higher than 20 meters became unstable, so engineers limited the height of each level and gained elevation by stacking additional tiers. In deeper valleys, they used a brilliant solution, the inverted siphon, a sealed pipe system that carried water down and back up using gravity and pressure alone. To control and maintain the flow, they used sluice gates, special valves that could divert water, regulate pressure, isolate sections for repair, or distribute flow to different branches. To further purify the water, the Romans used large settling basins, usually located near the source and/or just before the aqueduct entered the city. Once in the city, the water entered a distribution tank called the Castellum Divisorium, then was distributed via a network of pipes. The aqueducts were so well engineered that some are still in use today.
That's crazy. Yeah. And they were built like 2,000 years ago. Insane. I always think there's lost technologies. Like we had advanced civilizations in the past. I don't know, with like lasers and shit like that, but you know, maybe using like, I think they said the Atlanteans were using like crystals for power and stuff like that. There's a lot, you know, Tesla was talking about free energy and stuff like that too, way back about over 100 years ago. So it's there's so many things around us that can help us as a society. If only we would stop bickering and stop worrying about dumb shit, get smarter, and tap into these things like Tesla was trying to do. And, you know, like I said, we could have had wireless energy 100 years ago. Probably could have had cell phones in like, you know, the 20s or some shit like that. Night Star Productions. What's up, Jerry? Good to see you. Tesla technology is the basis of wireless phone chargers. That's right. When we say Tesla around here, we're talking about St. Nick. Oh, yeah, I love the Wi-Files. I think there's a new one on tonight, so that just came on this evening, so I haven't seen it yet. No spoilers, please. That fish is nuts. What happened? Who was that? That was Learn History Simply. We got a lot of science-y stuff on here. Science is my business, so hopefully you enjoy it. If not, you know, you can probably go to bed. You probably need your rest. Get up for tomorrow. Sure, man. Will do, Jerry. It's ribbon, not tape. You're so old. What are you talking about, Peace Dub? You're crazy. So next one here. You know, we talk about toxic waste, you know, from like nuclear power plants and stuff like that. But there's toxic waste that comes from all kinds of industries as well. And one of the places where you can find toxic waste is in the production of commercial aluminum, I believe. You get you got yelled at for posting a link on Wi-Fi's Discord. You always start trouble. You a troublemaker, Bella. I can't take you nowhere. Anyway, so I believe somebody has found a way to repurpose some of this toxic waste into something that actually does something good. So this one, this is from Dr. James Tour, T-O-U-R, on the YouTube. Flash joule heating turns toxic waste into valuable metals. Right? You know, with China being the big rare earth metals king right now, you know, there's always angles to see whether we can find gold out of shit. So let's see how this works.
In the world today, when you make aluminum, you generate a waste stream, a byproduct called red mud.
It looks red because it contains iron oxide in the form of hematite, and hematite is red, and you see as far as the eye can see. And this is a toxic waste, and they just accumulate toxic waste all over the world.
And if you take the roughly 150 million tons a year of red mud that's generated globally, and you put the red mud in trucks and line them up, they'll go around the earth more than 4 times.
Jesus.
98% of that material is not being reused today.
And here's what we're going to do. We take the red mud and we do this chlorination with joule heating at 1450 degrees.
Chlorination with joule heating at 1450 degrees.
And boom, we get rid of the iron, copper, nickel, magnesium, and sodium, as well as the heavy metals.
So as we tested it, we found that we can remove the iron, we can recover iron chloride, recover titanium chloride, and then we can recover aluminum. All of those things have great value, but in the beginning we were a little bit worried because we still had this material left that didn't have value and that would still have to go in a landfill and then impoundment. And we worked with some very good partners out of India. They can use what's left as a clinker substitute in making cement. And
so they could take that, whatever, they extract the metals out of the waste, right? And then whatever's left, they put into concrete.
then all of a sudden the light bulb went off for us, and we're like, okay, this is a real business.
Yeah. So, I mean, forget about the money-making aspect of it, but, you know, it's doing something with the waste. First off, we should be focusing on things that don't have that kind of waste in the first place. But in the meantime, while we are using these utilities that do have the waste, we should be able to find a way to not only find other ways without the waste, but to find ways to repurpose the waste too, like toxic waste, right? But I don't know what you can do with toxic waste. I don't think you can do anything with it. I don't think you can repurpose that, right? I have a friend of mine, physicist, and he's a big fan of nuclear energy. And I said, well, what about the toxic waste? He's like, well, you know, what are you going to do? You're going to have wind turbines and solar panels that, you know, that you have to use coal and all this stuff to create in the first place. You know, I'm for 0 point. I'm not for green energy. I'm for 0 point energy at this point. We need to have like these hydrogen cell. We need to get hydrogen cells, you know, with what is it? Electrolysis? Is that what it is with water that separates oxygen and hydrogen? They could, I mean, there's been tinkerers and inventors making this stuff for years, and then the government silences them because, you know, their buddies in the oil business don't want them selling cars that only run on, you know, water or wishes or some bullshit like that, you know. The fluoride. So the next one, you need to go away. Let me get you. There he is. I love this guy. I wish he was my foster parent. Randall Carlson, geologist. He talks about a lot. So he has his own channel, the Randall Carlson on YouTube, and this is where this is from. And I usually see him on like full disclosure, I will watch Rogan, but only like if people like him and Graham Hancock and Robert Schock and people like that are on there. I'll definitely watch. Other people I don't give a shit, but I love me some Randall Carlson. He is Randall Carlson. Yeah, and he don't, you know, he's just plain spoken too. He ain't trying to be, you know, he's not some condescending prick like, you know, what's his name? Tyson, that guy, you know, what's his name? Shit. When I need to remember shit, it just fucks my brain over. Anyway, so in this episode of What the Hell's Randall Saying, he talks about what humans were really doing for 7,000 generations. So at the onset of modern humans, which was like about what, 300,000 years ago. Dyson, that's his name. Not Tyson. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Is it Tyson? Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yeah, he's an asshole. He's terrible. What is this? May cause distress, diarrhea, hair loss, weight gain, depression, anxiety, liver damage, double vision, and death by wet bulb temperature. And Cooper says, Bella's reading my beer. What the fuck kind of beer are you drinking, Cooper? It gives you double vision. Oh, wait. All beer gives you double vision at some point. Anyway, so he's talking about generations that, we were just like hanging out and then all of a sudden we started farming. What the hell? So let's listen.
We modern humans have been on this planet for 150 to 200,000 years, at least. If we go back, say, I think the oldest modern human skeleton ever found was named Homo adultu, and he dates to about 180,000 years, roughly. If we think of a generation of humans as 25 years, that's 7,000 generations of humans. The question is what were we doing for all those thousands of generations until somebody finally realized, hey, you know what? We can plant crops, we can build cities, we can form communities, we can invent language, etc., etc. Well, when we go back and we realize that modern history is separated from deep history by this extraordinary series of events that transpired between about 11 and 13 or 14,000 years ago. Once we begin to recognize how extreme these events were in remodeling our planet, totally remodeling our planet, it then becomes obvious to us why there is not a lot of hard evidence for whatever went on prior to these events.
Yeah, and you've got the continental plates with subduction, so that means like the ground that we're on right now is moving, right? And these two plates will come together and like say, this is the plate we're on right here. Let's say this is all our civilizations and stuff over here. And this thing is going under the thing. And all that shit's gone. Sam Tripoli is Rogan's down-to-earth comic buddy and has some kind of guests on Tinfoil Hat podcast and Broken Sim and doom scrolling shows on Rumble, Odyssey, etc. Interesting. I used to occasionally watch Randall Carlson's Suspicious Observers, Magnetic Reversal News, etc., but the belief propagation in the Atlantis myth and the right-wing tendency gives me a big pause. I want to say there was, everybody talks about Atlantis, but I don't want to say there's probably more than Atlantis. There's probably like several civilizations. Before the cataclysm, we didn't have to plant crops since the earth had no axial tilt. Ooh. Tinfoil hats are made of aluminum. Ah, you silly bastard. What the hell? Where's my shit? How dare you? I've been to Lemuria. That's a nice spot. I think Lemuria is it's one of two places. It's either like, there's Lemuria and then there's Mu, M-U, not the cow moo, but the continent Mu. One of them, I think Lemuria was in where Indonesia is now, where all the Indonesian islands are. That actually used to be a continent. And then the other one was in the Pacific that linked like Hawaii and like Easter Island and like all. It was like they were all connected. They were all on one landmass. One of them was, but there's one just in the subcontinent there. South of India. Like I said, there's like shit all, I mean, when the seas were lower, there was more land available. All kinds of crazy shit. I love me some Randall Carlson. Like I said, I don't have any heroes anymore. Because everybody disappoints me at some point, but I do like him, and I would like to have dinner with him sometime and pick his brain about a lot of stuff, especially the Younger Dryas period, 11 to 13,000 years ago, the big North American ice sheets, and what happened then, right? Crazy stuff. The Atlantis myth has a connection to right-wing white supremacist historical revisionism. Interesting. Instead of hidden history like ancient advanced civilization, what if the timeline they tell us is wrong? Could be. They had to adjust the calendar like twice. I think they had to, at some point, to adjust the calendar, they had to get, they 10 days just, they just skipped 10 days or something like that, something crazy. Checking in on our poll right now. If the U.S. government gave you $5 million to sell your citizenship, would you do it? So if you're on YouTube, check out the poll. Give us your opinion. 2/3 of you right now, we got 18 votes. 2/3 of you, that would be 12 of you, if math hasn't disappointed me like anything else. 67% would do it. Only 6 of you would stay here and be poor. You know how much money $5 million would do, like in Vietnam or some shit like that? They'd think you were Warren Buffett or something. Oh, Zealandia, that's right. That used to be, yeah, when the seas were lower, New Zealand and was like this huge ass fucking thing over there, Zealandia, right? And I think it was connected to Australia too. Maybe. I mean, he admits he's not a scientist, that he's just a journalist. But it's good to not take anybody, at full value. Always be skeptical of any people, especially if they're selling shit. Drama. Check out Debunking When Atlantean Theories Were Around. The belief was that the races hadn't differentiated yet. Noah was an Atlantean. Interesting. See, I love these if you're going to have disagreements, I like these kinds of disagreements. I love it. This is the way it should be. ZBS News. Yeah, I know, right? I know what the Z stands for. I found this video the other day. I thought this was fucking funny as shit. You probably won't, and I'll probably get canceled for this. I don't care. This is from Corey McKennedy on YouTube. And he's just kind of watching. So we're watching him watch this guy. This is, what is this called? True definition of misunderstanding. Okay, true definition of misunderstanding. Keep that in mind. Let's watch.
What was that?
Is there a black person here?
What did you just say?
I said, is there a black person here?
Do you have a question?
Yeah. Is there a black person here?
Chip, why are you asking that?
Janice said there was one in here. Came to check.
There's a white person here too.
Well, I don't need one of those.
Chip, please stop what you're doing.
What's the big deal? I'm just trying to find the black person here.
Well, you found her. Okay, you got her today. Okay, let me see. Let me set my sparkling down.
Here it is. Got it.
Saying, is there a black purse in here?
Yeah. Success. I like your haircut, Linda.
Is there a black person here? I know, that was stupid. That's like the old joke, and it was so lame too. That you'd sit there, you get somebody, and you'd say, and you'd say, okay, so now repeat after me. Oh wah, and they'd say, oh wah. You say, Tadger. They'd say Tadger, and then you'd say Kayam, and then they'd say Kayam. So now put it together. It's okay. Owa Tadger Kayam. Now say it faster. Owa Tadger Kayam. Oh, what a jerk I am. Oh, what a jerk I am. Oh, what a jerk I am. See? Fun with words. It happens. That lady, that was fun. That was good times. I'm glad that lady said that. She's all right. Let me set my sparkling water down. All right, we got more trivia kind of shit. If you're into that sort of thing. Bella says, I'm not black. I just have a very large penis. I like to think I'm black. My soul is black. Because it's, rotten and fading away. I didn't know this. Some of this stuff is interesting. As far as like if you're a sports person, you might know this kind of stuff. But so this is owner's box. So this one is what sports were solely invented by Americans. What your hole is black. Are you? Gingers unite. Ginger Nation all the way. I told you, man, I was going to do a parody of Black Hole Sun, but I was going to say my black son's hole. And nobody was like, dude, no, you should probably go away and never come back anywhere. So anyway, so in the comments here, what do you think? What sports were solely invented by Americans? Keep that in mind. Americans. All right? Here we go.
What four sports were purely invented by Americans?
Baseball, obviously, America's pastime.
So they actually dispute the origins of baseball and who claims that they invented it.
Basketball.
No.
American football.
No.
Golf.
Nope. Golf was invented in England, I believe.
Volleyball.
Yeah, there you go.
Baseball.
Baseball, its origins are highly disputed.
Babs, can you dispute this? Pickleball.
No, it's basically tennis.
Hockey.
No, Johnny?
Table tennis.
No.
Is it something that's in the Olympics? Like, is
Three out of the
breakdancing on this list? I'm walking off.
No, dancing is just dancing.
Ultimate Frisbee.
Yeah, Ultimate Frisbee's number 4.
Track and field.
That's been invented since the dawn of time.
Was it like the hot dog eating contest?
No.
This video. Field hockey.
That's so European, brother.
Lacrosse.
That's an indigenous sport.
Soccer. Terrible guess again.
Do you want to give up, though?
Sure.
Skateboarding, snowboarding, and Ultimate Frisbee.
Okay.
Volleyball, skateboarding, snowboarding, and Ultimate Frisbee. Roller derby. I don't know. Maybe they should they should consider that a sport. Basketball was invented in Canada. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. If you're into sports, if you're not, you're like, I don't give a shit. Give a shit about your fucking sports. But I didn't know that. I thought baseball was America. It was American all the way, but nope. Apparently not. Apparently that was a thing when baseball came around. When Abner Doubleday, and he's supposedly the one who invented it. But then he like ripped it off from like somewhere else. Smurf tipping. Yeah, golf was invented in Scotland like way back, like in the 1300s or some shit. They were playing golf during the Black Plague. They were. I don't care if I'm dying. The weather's nice. I'm hitting the back nine. Leon Russell, Queen of the Roller Derby. Nice. Midget tossing. That used to be a thing. That would be highly American, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was invented somewhere else. So is that owner's box? Yeah. If you're into pirating, and I know one of you is, I know you is. What's up, Kill your egregories. I'm late but here, but watching a friend streaming live on TikTok from LA ICE protest, National Guard, and still occupying weird. Hey man, double dip, it's fine. Muff diving. What's the deal? What did they? I didn't do this. Are you guys getting censored in the chat? The Florida Man games. How much meth can you smoke? What do we got here? Okay. Next item up for bids is our buddy Doug Sharp. Fun fact. And he always has some fun facts. And this is a fun fact, too, about Netflix And Pirate Bay. This is some fun stuff. Pirate Bay making a comeback too, man. People said, fuck this streaming shit. We're going to get the Pirate Bay back. Yar, matey. I'll be whipping you with me cat o' nine tails.
Fun fact, when Netflix was first launching in the Netherlands, they needed to decide what shows and movies to add to the platform. So they checked what shows and movies were the most pirated, and found Prison Break was the most illegally downloaded show in the country. So they bought the licensing rights to Prison Break and added it to the platform, pretty much guaranteeing they would be successful in the Netherlands. And this wasn't a one-off occasion, this was a Netflix policy. Every time they were launching in a new country, they would check what shows and movies were being illegally downloaded the most, and then buy the licensing rights to those shows and movies. And they were so good at it that after Netflix launched in a new country, piracy websites would see a 50% drop in traffic from that country. But this is all coming full circle now. As streaming fatigue sets in, piracy is back on the rise and people are downloading movies illegally again. A 2023 study found that if a movie was taken off of Netflix and added to Hulu, illegal downloads of that movie would increase by 20%, proving people would rather download movies illegally than sign up for another streaming service.
Yeah, because streaming services suck. Pirate Bay is your only streaming platform. Hell yeah. Yeah, I used to get shit off Pirate Bay all the time. What was it? BitTorrent. I was using BitTorrent for that. Lime back in the day. Napster. Remember that? You remember Napster? Fucking Metallica, those pieces of shit, sued Napster or something because they weren't fucking richer than God already. Those pieces of shit. Fuck them. That's right. Get a good VPN for sure. And if you, yeah, LimeWire, man, hell yeah. I use the fuck out of LimeWire. Kazaa, yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, here's the thing though. I heard NordVPN is about as worthless as the rest of them. I mean, I could be totally wrong, but I mean, if you guys have a good VPN suggestion in the comments, please drop it. Drop it like it's HOT. I know, man. I saw all my shit, all the music I have on my computer and my phone. I maybe have one or two CDs that I actually still had, but not anymore. I know. It's the way it should be. Music, videos, stuff like that. And pretty sure pretty soon it's all going to be moot because AI is going to be taking that shit over. You're not going to have you're going to have human artists like playing in the subways. Meanwhile, like some made up AI person is like hundreds of millions of followers on like Spotify and shit like that. More trivia for you. That was Doug Sharp, by the way. This one's of Tim David Kelly. He's an old rocker dude from this band Kicking Harold, and he does this music trivia. I love this guy. He reminds me of my buddy Peon. He kind of looks like him a little bit too. He does good trivia for rock. So this one, we're doing more rock. It's called Guess the Band. Check them out.
Long before they were famous, these grunge icons got their lead singer to join their band in a really funny way. Back in the late 80s, a new band needed a vocalist. And the guy they wanted was splitting his time between 3 different bands. He was part-time with this one and in 2 other bands. So they were trying to figure out a way to convince him to quit the other bands and join their group. So the guitarist, the bassist, and the drummer came up with a sneaky plan to try to get their friend to commit. Since the lead singer worked at their rehearsal space, they decided to hold auditions for new singers while he was manning the front desk. And one by one, the parade of lead singer losers would come into their room, sing terribly, and then leave, as the guy they really wanted had to listen to it. Finally, after the last lead singer left, who was a David Lee Roth wannabe and also a male stripper, Lane Staley told his friends, "I can't take it anymore. I'll do it."
Yeah, Lane Staley. in 3 bands. That's a pretty ingenious way to get somebody to commit. Especially if they love the craft. You're like, I can't have them ruining these songs. Dick move. It's amazing how I mostly stopped using BitTorrent because it was just easier to deal with ads on YouTube. I highly recommend if you want to use something that you don't really have to. Well, I would probably get an ad blocker anyway. But Brave browser is what I use a lot of times for. I haven't had I have an extra ad blocker on there too. Knock on wood. No ads for me. I ain't got time for that bullshit. I'm not going to buy none of that shit anyway. Get that shit off of there. I want nothing to do with that. Ooh, man, my nose is like, I think I have one of those weird summer colds where you get like the nose running and stuff. But you're not sick. You don't really feel sick. How's everybody doing? Y'all doing okay? Orange whip? Orange whip? Orange whip? Everybody good? How's our poll going? Okay. We'll check in with that later at the end of the show. Charlie says, viewing ads against my terms of service. Sorry, Google. Exactly. I like Ricky Gervais because he just don't give a shit. He made his money. He's like, I do whatever the fuck I want. Although I'm always skeptical. I don't buy in 100%, but I do like what he has to say. And he does talk about AI. I know you guys are like, AI is scary. Well, he is scared of AI too. And these were some of his thoughts. He actually had an interaction with AI and it kind of scared the shit out of him. Here we go.
Because AI is pretty fascinating, AI. And I've been asking AI some questions to ask me. Obviously it doesn't know it's me. But it scours the internet, finds out everything it can about me and that question in a second, and then answers it in its own words. I know it's you know what I mean. So this is a question I asked AI to answer to you, right? Ask Ricky Gervais a masterclass question about stand-up. So I gave it a clue that I wanted it to be about the craft and stuff. In 1 second, it asked me this question. How do you balance crafting provocative material that changes societal norms while ensuring the audience remains engaged and doesn't feel alienated, particularly when tackling sensitive topics? And then it explains why it's asked that question. It says, this question draws on Gervais's reputation for pushing boundaries with his humour, as seen in specials like Armageddon and Mortality, while inviting insight into his approach to audience connection and comedic delivery. It did that in 1 second. It's mental.
Yeah. And that's just this iteration. And we're not even at the scary part yet, folks. That's coming real quick. Probably within the next couple of years. The lower end AI, like the AI stuff that you use, like this version of like Chat GPT and stuff like that, and are just kind of like low level commercial stuff that you can't really do. It's more of like kind of like helper kind of stuff. The real deal AI is what the government has, and that's what the government is working on. All the governments are working on these super AI, as they call them, or AGI, as they call them, advanced general advanced general intelligence, which is different from AI. AI is just your regular like Siri and stuff like that. Like I'll, play some music or I'll write a term paper or some shit for you. But AGI is the shit that thinks really hard. And that AI, what was it? AI 2027 video I saw on YouTube was very matter of fact about it. how they're developing these models are just going to like double and double, just kind of like, like processor chips, you know, how they double in size, I guess, as far as like internal size, on smaller formats like that. Hologram cracker. Quantum computing scares the shit out of me too. There's a Y-Files episode I saw about that. How quantum computing is just nuts. And it can do, like, you think computers can do shit now. There's some shit, these computers today, like your let's say your highest end commercial PCs or whatever, like, or Macs, whatever you do. Let's say you get the most expensive one, the most powerful one that you can buy. And you're running a certain thing, a program that's going to take you like, it's so complex and so advanced, it would take that computer like 10 years to do, whereas the quantum computer does it like that. And that's what scares the shit out of me. When you combine AI with quantum computers, AI is what they use for algorithm to feed us ads and propaganda. I mean, content. Yeah. I mean, there's different kinds of AIs too. There is the algorithm AIs for sure, that do that. And then you have like your regular, like I was talking to, what was it? What's the one I do? Shit, I can't remember. It's the one out of China. It's that AI. And I was asking it shit about the Younger Dryas earlier this evening. I was saying like, yeah, man, it was like, it's possible that, you know, rocks and, coronal mass ejections melted the North American ice sheets and, the great floods everywhere. Pong? What? Anywho, but I thought that was interesting that, more and more people are going to get the shit scared out of them by AI too, especially when it gets really good and really scary. And when I say good, I mean advanced. Like, it's good at what it does. I'm not saying it's a morally good thing, but it's really good at what it does. So that was from BALR. I guess some rando channel on there. You may be familiar with SkyCorp because they brought you this guy.
My name is Smithers O'Neill, and I like big booty bitches.
Yeah, so they got more. This time, SkyCorp New Home Video presents The Devil's Lettuce, a cursed 90s weed PSA. All you heads out there, you know who you are. This is for you, doobies.
The following campaign is brought to you by the Council for Drug-Free Teens and viewers like you. Marijuana, cannabis, reefer, pot, weed, dope. It's got many names, but only one shows its true nature. The Devil's Lettuce, the gateway drug to hell.
Hello, I'm writer-director Richard Rogers, and when I'm not performing citizens' arrest on pot-smoking teenagers, I'm spreading important drug awareness with educational films like The Devil's Lettuce, a cautionary tale that's like Seventh Heaven had premarital sex with a freak of an 80s horror movie. Talk about a match made in hell. Now, imagine you're in the 90s. You're a teenager, stuck in class. The teacher rolls out a TV, dims the lights, and plays you this PSA.
Meet the Hendersons, your average American family, living a peaceful life. Until one night, Frank finds a joint in Billy's possession. He tries to warn his son about the Devil's Lettuce, the paranoia, the hallucinations. But Billy doesn't heed his warning. That very night, he gets high, falling down into a hellish underworld of satanic cults, demonic beasts, and human sacrifices.
Nothing like a PSA that jams its message down your throat. Am I right, kids? For nearly 7 years, I've been transporting my videos into the past by copying them onto a real VHS tape. I've even made short versions of these over-the-top weed PSAs. But they were always missing something. Incest. I'm just yanking your chain. It's cinema. Since the beginning of my analog fetish, I've had a dream. A dream to create an eerily authentic production of the past that perfectly rolls horror, comedy, and nostalgia into a joint laced with pure cinematic joy. But it all can't be done without the help of
viewers like you.
So click the campaign link in the description and donate to a good cause. Or else. I've got some cool perks lined up, so check it all out as if your life depends on it. Because it does. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.
Used condoms. What? Oh, yes. Devil's lettuce. Good stuff there from SkyCorp Home Video. They got all kinds of weird shit like on. I highly recommend them. And these are just going to get worse and worse as we go along. This evening, let me get this next one set up here. Here we go. I'm hooked on this one. It's not this particular channel, but this particular channel does have the mom, the dark jokes with mom, which is just awesome. So you should totally, if you have old people who have decent hearts conditions, make sure that you're embarrassing them with these jokes, because they know they love them. But they're old and they don't want to show it because they don't want you to think they're cool. But they are cool because they love the jokes. So, yeah, I know, great at the 80s nostalgia. Yeah, that's nice, right? VHS did have an 80 decibel signal or to noise ratio. Yeah, but beta was the better quality. It was just VHS was cheaper. See, that's the thing. It was the ultimate you get what you pay for. VHS was good enough for consumers. So beta went on to TV stations because they were the ones who could afford the shit, and it was good quality. So yeah, more dark jokes with mom. This is this is Norm's rankings. I think this is where I get the majority of these from, but these are kind of all over. You know how these rando channels will just steal other people's stuff and play it. Wait, what? Oh, that wasn't me. I don't steal shit. Okay. Anyway. But these are so fun, and these ladies are such great sports. So let's check them out.
All right, y'all. A white boy, a Mexican boy, and a black boy are all in 5th grade. Who's the tallest?
I don't know.
The black boy, because he's 18.
Damn.
You know.
Hey, Mom.
Can't laugh at that.
You want to know why they don't sell pregnant Barbie dolls? Because Ken always comes in a different box.
Mom. Oh, come on.
What was Chris Brown's biggest hit in 2009?
Oh, I think I know this one.
Rihanna.
Ah! Oh, no.
Hey, Mom. Did you hear about the guy that was addicted to Viagra? Yeah, apparently his wife was taking it really hard.
Hey, Mom.
Yes.
Why does Miss Piggy douche with honey?
I don't know.
Because Kermit likes his pork sweet and sour.
That's this lady right here is my favorite. She's the guy, her son or whoever this guy is. Just this poor lady, but she takes it like a champ. It's all right. Tell old people dirty jokes. They love that shit, man. They ain't sweet and senile yet. Is there a black person here? Ooh, ooh, Okay. All right. Okay. What's not good is when you kind of have like some sinuses or your head cold or whatever, and then you start crying, and then you start snotting, and then it's over, and then you have no more friends. No one wants to be around you, and I don't blame them. This next one is old, way old, but I thought, and I know I probably should have played this around St. Paddy's Day, but I didn't think about it at the time. But I accidentally rediscovered this the other day, and this video is just awesome. So a little backstory for you here. So this gentleman here on the left here, that is the left. Okay, good. I had a 50-50 shot of getting that right. So Scott Walker here, I used to work with him down at WXXV in Gulfport, Mississippi, back around the turn of the century. And, great guy, super nice guy. And this is him in Mobile, Alabama. I'm not sure what the lady's name is. I apologize. But this is a story that circulates every St. Paddy's Day, but I couldn't wait till St. Paddy's Day. I had to show this to you. How there was a leprechaun loose in Mobile, Alabama. And if you've seen this before, you know. But let's just watch.
Well, just in time for St. Patrick's Day, crowds are coming by the dozens to get an up-close view at what some say is a piece of Irish folklore.
Some people in the Crichton area of Mobile say a leprechaun is taking up residence in their neighborhood. A leprechaun. NBC 15's Brian Johnson has more.
Curiosity leads to large crowds in Mobile's Crichton community, many of you bringing binoculars, camcorders, even camera phones to take pictures.
To me, it look like a leprechaun to me. I gotta do is look up in the tree. Who else seen the leprechaun say yeah?
Eyewitnesses say the leprechaun only comes out at night. If you shine a light in its direction, it suddenly disappears. This amateur sketch resembles what many of you say the leprechaun looks like. Others find it hard to believe and have come up with their own theories and explanations for the image.
My theory is it's casting a shadow from the other limb.
Could be a crackhead that got hold to the wrong stuff. And it told him to get up in a tree and play a leprechaun.
We're going to get down to the bottom of this. Yeah, still on there, guy. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, man.
This guy, helping to direct traffic, says he's prepared for his encounter with the leprechaun. He's suited up from head to toe.
This wars off spells right here. This is a special leprechaun flute, which has been passed down from thousands of years ago from my great-great-grandfather who was Irish. I just came to help out.
Others just came to get lucky in hopes a pot of gold may be buried under this tree.
I'm going to run a backhoe and uproot that tree. I want to know where the gold is. I want the gold. Give me the gold. I want the gold.
This is Brian Johnson, NBC 15 News.
People will do anything for a pot of gold. I mean, anything.
You know what I like? I like the amateur sketch of the leprechaun.
Yeah,
it looks like somebody got a really good look at it and got that good drawing out there.
Who did that? I want to know who sketched that.
I don't know. Maybe Brian sketched it.
Doodling.
That was a good story.
Let's see that sketch again. I think it might be a crackhead. There he is. Oh shit! All right, I had to share that with you. So yeah, that was from NBC 15 down in Mobile, Alabama. I hope you enjoyed that. Somewhere. So the next one. All right, so this is the one that's probably going to scare. This is what's going to scare Miguel. This AI shit, man. It was just the VO3 or something from Google. The shit that they're just making this realistic shit. It still looks AI, you can tell, but I'm telling you, man, like probably within 2 years, this shit is just good. You're not going to be able to tell the difference. And then the propaganda is going to be on. Then nobody's going to believe. If anybody believed UFO videos before, they're not going to believe it now. And they're definitely not going to. You're not going to be able to use video in court because it could be AI. You have to find ways to detect if it's AI. It's a whole bag, man, and I want no part of it. But in the meantime, if our AI overlords are going to be here, might as well entertain us. What's up, Kitty? Sweet baby Kitty. So this is from Strider, Stryder HD on the YouTubes. And this is the Justice League, but with actors from the 1960s. Let's watch.
I used to think that my life was a tragedy. But now I realize it's a comedy.
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.
Clark is who I am. Superman is what I do.
Gregory Peck, Maverick, and Rockford as Superman. Frank Sinatra is the Joker. I would have had Jerry Lewis as the Joker. Ooh, Raquel Welch as Wonder Woman. Hell yeah. Paul Newman as Hal Jordan, Green Lantern. He can make salad dressing come out of that ring. See, because he used to, when he was alive himself. Charlton Heston as Hawkman. Get your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty apes. Soylent Pete. Soylent Green is made out of people. Yul Brenner as Martian Manhunter. Peter O'Toole as Lex Luthor. I don't know about that. I think I would have had Frank Sinatra as Lex Luthor. Tab Hunter as the Flash. Tab Hunter playing Tarzan. Miss Tree, what's up? Mary Tyler Moore as Lois Lane. Warren Beatty is Green Arrow. Telly Savalas would have been a good Lex Luthor. Who loves you, baby Superman? George Peppard as Captain Marvel. Fucking A-Team. Robert Redford as Aquaman. Paul Newman was Green Lantern. Jason Statham as Lex Luthor, nice. Tuesday Weld as Black Canary. I never heard of Black Canary. I'm not really a DC guy. Yeah. So that's Strider HD on the YouTubes. We got a little extra there. Extra. Read all about it. Yay. Kiwi, yes, that was all AI generated. This was Justice League. That's DC. So Black Widow, she's Marvel. Yes, thank you, Grey Walker. See, we all take care of each other. Now this is the kind of AI that's fun. This is the interesting AI. The other is just scary nightmare fuel AI. We don't want that anymore. We don't want none of that. No, it's all right. I'm here to help. But it's pretty, I mean, for funsies, yeah, AI is great. But to run your life, to steal your job, to make you homeless or whatever. No. We are, yeah, exactly. That's what. See, I'm with you, Miguel. I don't like the scary AI. I like the fun AI. It's the AGI is what they're talking about. AGI is the scary thing that's coming. Seriously, look up AI 2027 on YouTube and check out that video. There may be a few on there. It's I was scared. Finally, we're at the end of the show, close to it, folks. We're getting there. We got one more. And like I said, stay to the end. We got funsies all the way to black till we get the fuck out. Finally, you know how we do things around here. We're going to end things with Solid JJ. And we're going to Marvel this time because this one is Spider-Man and Black Cat are toxic together. They always end up hooking up. And this time, old Spidey says, you know what? We are done with that bullshit. Let's watch.
Well, look at what the me brought in.
Leave the quips to the professionals, man.
Spider-Man, I'm the Black Cat at my party.
What, never heard of a +1?
To what do I owe the pleasure, Spider?
You know the drill. Hand over the goodie bag, Cat.
And then what? Our usual little game of cat and mouse?
Actually, no. No, I'm gonna take you to jail.
Well, that's not very funny.
I'm serious.
Come on, I'll even give you a head start.
How would that work? I'm gonna be chasing
Forget
you.
what I said. What is this, huh? This is our thing.
And what is that exactly? You steal a bunch of stuff, I chase you.
You catch me, there's some will they won't they banter, you let me go and we call it a night. What's wrong?
Yeah, it's the letting you go part that's starting not to sit right with me.
I don't see the big deal. Is anyone getting hurt?
Mostly the people you're robbing, Felicia, like actively robbing. It's a crime. I stop crime. That's like my whole shtick.
That and being a total loser, it seems.
Not open your case here.
Come on, lighten up. I'm no villain. I'm like Robin Hood. I steal from the rich. I mean, that's like 50% right there.
Yeah, except when you don't, like right now. I mean, you're robbing a newspaper, not Wall Street.
But isn't this exciting? The chase, the thrill of it all.
No, it fucking sucks. I mean, after the 80th time, it gets a little bit stale. Look, I tell you every time to knock it off, to stop doing this, and yet here we are once again robbing cowboys and... Okay, you mix it up a little this time, but still.
Guilty as charged.
But that's my point. You haven't been charged for dick. You convinced me to let you go every time.
So just to be clear, Spider-Man, you're letting criminals get away with their crimes?
No, actually, you know what? Yes. In this one instance, Jonah, I'm glad there's someone to hold me accountable. And I think it's about time I do, too.
Can I get that in writing?
And just like that, you ruined it. I mean, we were having a human moment here.
You act like it's some sort of spell I have you under. But no one's forcing you to turn a blind eye. Face it, Spider, you like me. And what's wrong with that?
Yeah, we had our fun. And believe me, this isn't easy for me to do either. I mean, the last few years have not been good to me. I should be taking every win I can. Look, regardless, how long have we been doing this? Whatever this is that we've got going on hasn't gone anywhere else besides the occasional sleepover. Really, the most that's come out of it has been, again, surprise, surprise, me letting you get away with your shit. Besides, it's setting a really bad precedent if people think the difference between Rikers and freedom is sleeping with me. Just last night, I picked up a guy busting parking meters and he tried to kiss me.
Oh, please.
I almost let him go, too. The guy had me in a fucking trance with these beautiful eyes.
All right, stop. You're making it sound like I've been manipulating you.
Well, just so we're clear, yes, you are.
I don't like your tone.
Well, I don't like your knack for stealing shit. Yeah, here we are again.
Don't talk to me like I'm just another lowlife, Spider. It's not like I just seduced you and run off. I've always been there for you when you needed a shoulder to cry on, which has been becoming alarmingly more and more frequent.
And I appreciate it, Felicia, really. But let's be frank, the second I ever try to actually stop you for real, it'd be the end of all that. Also, it's a pretty one-sided deal when you're giving me moderately good relationship advice and I'm giving you a fucking get-out-of-jail-free card for grand larceny.
That's what friends are for. Besides, it's not like I'm some sort of cold-blooded killer on the loose.
No, but you were a kingpin that one time.
What?
Yeah, not even that long ago. You took over for Fisk. You became head of his crime syndicate. You might not have pulled the trigger on anyone, but I mean, there are a lot of people fucking dead on your watch.
That was one time. It wasn't like me at all. It was all a big mistake.
I don't think you could just accidentally girl boss your way into being head of a crime family. There are a lot of hoops and ladders involved.
This is only looking worse and worse for you, Spider-Man.
You really want to start talking about appearances with the viewer stash, pal?
Look, I'm sorry. I can't help it, you know? It's in my blood. I don't even need the money, really. It's the excitement that does it for me. But I hear you. Maybe I can find a more productive use of my time. One that doesn't hurt others in the sideline. Just let me go this one last time, Spider. And I promise to behave. And then maybe the two of us can try something a little more serious. So? Sound like a deal?
No.
Really? That quick?
I like you, Felicia, but if we were to go steady, like for real, the second another writer comes along, they'll give you a symbiote or Paul 2 or some shit, or even farther down the line, I'll give you like cancer through my... A lot of shit's gone down, man. I've been burned enough times.
So you'll make a deal with the devil, but not me?
Oh, you're going under the jail.
Not unless you catch me first.
Oh no, the predictable outcome.
Sorry, Spider, but this cat's got a whole 9 lives to live. Until next time.
Oh my God!
Jesus!
Oh my God! What the hell was she thinking? Did she think the telephone pole would break her fall? She's jumping from the top of a fucking skyscraper. Did she have any powers or anything?
No, she has nothing. She's just like a totally normal person.
My God! I didn't wait on her legs. They're fucking gone.
Well, guess it's true what they say. Cats always land on their feet.
Let's fucking cat.
Yeah.
Oh God! When it ends in death, that's not good. Yeah. So, anywho, that's it for tonight. We like to end things on a high note with criminals dying, falling off buildings. It's a real treat. But here we are in Idiocracy 2025. Ooh, so good, so good. Thanks everybody. I appreciate all y'all for coming out tonight. Let's check in on our poll one last time. Oh boy, if the government gave you $5 million to sell your citizenship, would you do it? 71% of you out of 21 votes, 71% of you said, fuck you, the USA. And 29% of you are still like, there's still hope. You're saying there's a chance. I hope they do. I would sell my citizenship. I would go. I don't know where I would go. I told somebody, I think on Kevin's show on Black Bear News, I said I would probably go down to Antarctica and procure one of those abandoned Nazi bases down there and see what kind of scientific goodies are down there. Willie says Portugal, 29% of returns. Hey, well, maybe they're dreamers, right? They think they can fix this joint, or maybe they just don't like the rest of the world. That could be too. Or too damn old to go anywhere else. Yeah, I know, right? Especially if you don't have that new ID, the real ID or whatever it is that you have to have now to fly. I'm not going to fly. If somebody wants me to come somewhere, I'm taking the train, because the train's still old school. You can still smuggle all kinds of shit on there. Okay. Yeah, so if you're new, if you could do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe, do all that kind of stuff. We got donation links down below if you want to help us out. If you can't, that's fine too. I understand. Money's tight. If you can share out the links, that helps. And tell your normie friends outside the space that we got good stuff going on here on Saturday nights, and we do stuff during the week too. With the morning extra on Tuesdays and Friday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific time. This show will be back next week at midnight Eastern and 9 p.m. Specific time. Maybe, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. I love every one of you. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for, making the chat fun, being part of the community. I don't care if you're talking about different shit in the chat. It's just as long as you're here. As long as we're hanging out and having a good time and not worrying about this piece of shit world that we're living in right now. The world is fine. It's the piece of shits that are running it that need to be taken out of the mix, right? Let's take it back. Someday we will do that. I will see you guys back on Tuesday in the morning. Have a good night, people. Peace.
There can be only one.
Yeah!
You're in big trouble, though, pal. I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
No.
Crowds are coming by the dozens to get an up-close view at what some say is a piece of Irish folklore.
A leprechaun.
I want wanna know where to go. I want to go. Give me the go. Leprechaun could be a crackhead. I got hold of the wrong stuff. I wanna know where to go. I want to go. Give me the go. I wanna run a backhoe and uproot that tree. I want to go.
It look like a leprechaun to me. Look up in the tree. It look like a leprechaun to me.
Could be a crackhead.
Who all seen the leprechaun say yeah? Say yeah. Say yeah. Who all seen the leprechaun say yeah?
Could be a crackhead. I wanna know where to go. Say yeah. I want to go. Give me the go.
If you wanna go, better learn how to catch me. If you wanna catch me, better learn how to sketch me.
This is what all smells around here. Special leprechaun flute passed down from thousands of years ago. From my great-great-grandfather, who was Irish. I just can't help all.